Come sing out in our yard. We're back in the back. We're singing out in our yard. We're back in the backyard. There it is. Yeah, this is definitely the place. That's great. But now who's gonna knock on the door? I'll do it, Mayor. I've already knocked on the door once today anyway. Hello? Yes? Ah! What the? Hey, I remember that little dog. That was the pharmacist's dog. Wait, you mean Dr. Zippenstein's dog? Yeah, that's the one. Well, if the dog's home, then that means the doctor's home. And if the doctor's home, that's it. I'm going in myself. Wait out here. I'll be right back. Dr. Zippenstein! Dr. Zippenstein! Cloud Puff, can't you see I'm trying to clean up this mess here? Yes, but Doctor, don't bother me. I am trying to clean up. But Doctor, we have a Dr. Zippenstein? What? I thought I told you not to let anybody in. That's what I've been trying to tell you. One of the villagers from Transylvania got in. Dr. Zippenstein, I presume? Yes, that's me. We need to have a talk. Unless it's about one of my brilliant experiments, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. It kinda is about one of your experiments, Doctor, because one of your experiments happened to be on one of my friends. Go on. I believe as of late you did some sort of growth experiment with a bright yellow cat with a green hat with a red feather on it. Ah, that friend. Yes, I did do an experiment on him. Very potent that growth potion was. Potent indeed. He went on a rampage in Castlevania and now all the villagers want him out. Well, he's your problem now, not mine. He is your problem, Doctor, because I need you to change him back. Please. My dear Alicorn, even if I wanted to help you, which I don't, I can't. What do you mean you can't? Can't you make some sort of reverse shrinking serum or something? My dear, I didn't make the growth potion to be reversible. If I had, then I could help you. So, you're basically saying that Nature Cat is going to be a giant forever? Pretty much. Congratulations. You can officially say you've made friends with a giant. So the Katzen will be a giant Katzen monster forever? Oh, no. Shana, I am truly sorry, but I'm afraid your cat friend will have to go. You mean you're not really going to banish him from the village, are you, Mayor? I'm afraid we haven't any other choice. So, that's it? There's nothing else that could be done? There's nothing else I could do for Nature Cat? We're just gonna toss him out into the Black Forest with all the creatures and the creepy crawlies and the werewolves? Even if he can walk through the forest and it's gonna take an entire day. He'll get eaten alive in the Black Forest, Mayor. He'll have nowhere else to go but the village I'm sorry. I really am, Shana. But Nature Cat is too dangerous to have in the village now. He's much too big and much too dangerous. Is there nothing else that could be done, Mayor? Well, we used to have monster catchers in Transylvania. Monster catchers? Yeah, ponies who would go around chasing monsters down. They would have the authority to deem a monster friendly enough to stay or visit in the town. If that monster were to be as friendly as you say, the monster catcher would deem him friendly enough, or train him to be friendly enough to stay in the village. So, monster catchers would basically make sure monsters wouldn't hurt any pony and try to train them to be friendly monsters? Pretty much. Well then, where's our town's late monster catcher? I know I could prove to them that Nature Cat is actually really nice if you would just give him a chance. That's kind of the problem, little lady. There hasn't been a monster cat. Transylvania hasn't had a monster catcher in over a century. What? So the one pony or creature that could possibly help me to prove Nature Cat isn't a complete monster is no longer in the job description. I'm sorry, Shana. Really, I am. What am I gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, you could attempt the catcher's trial. Not the trial! Dr. Zippenstien, of all the things you've ever suggested to us villagers, that is one of the most unorthodox, uncalled for ideas you've ever suggested. What's the catcher's trial? She has a right to know, Mayor. It's a test, Van Mouseling. First and foremost, a test. The catcher, the pony or creature who wants to become the monster catcher, is put on a trial of sorts. The catcher's trial. The trial consists of 3 challenges. The catcher must face these 3 challenges. And these challenges are to capture 3 monsters. You mean from the Black Forest? From the Black Woods? Indeed. The monster catcher must find and capture the 3 monsters that the villagers instruct her to capture. And she must bring back proof that she captured each monster. If the pony or creature that wants to become a monster catcher succeeds in capturing all 3 monsters and bringing back the proof, then that pony or creature shall be officially deemed as Transylvania's monster catcher. The monster catcher must venture out into the Black Woods at sundown and capture the 3 monsters and collect the proof and bring it back to the village by sunrise. Otherwise, the pony or creature fails the catcher's trial and will not become a monster catcher. But it is very dangerous. Every single monster in the Black Forest is dangerous. So the catcher's trial, well, it is not advised for anybody to take the catcher's trial. That's how dangerous it is. Many a ponies have gotten hurt by the catcher's trial. Some fatally wounded from it, and some almost passed on because of it, because of the dangers. I do not suggest taking this catcher's trial, Miss Van Mouseling. That's how bad and how dangerous it is. Whoa, well, you make it sound dangerous. Taking the catcher's trial is very ill-advised, Van Mouseling. Doctor, even suggesting taking the catcher's trial is even more ill-advised. Why would you suggest such a thing to some pony so young and so ill-willed and so dull to the tactics of even catching a monster? Why even suggest taking the trial? Here's how I see it. Miss Van Mouseling, was it? Yes. You want to stay connected to this giant cat of yours, to stay friends with him and to keep him safe, do you not? Yeah. And the only way to do that is to be a monster catcher and to prove that he is a friendly monster, correct? Right. And the only way to become a monster catcher is the monster trial, right? Right. So, the way I see it, Miss Shana Van Mouseling, you have two options. One, you could allow the villagers to banish your cat friend into the Black Woods, probably never see him again, and go on with your little life in the village as if it never happened. Or you could take the catcher's trial, and if you succeed, you become Transylvania's monster catcher, and you prove that your kitty cat friend is friendly, and then you two can go off into the sunrise together and live happily ever after and all of that nonsense and stuff. So my question to you, Miss Van Mouseling, is this. What are you going to do? I guess there's really only one thing to do. Mayor, how do I sign up for the catcher's trial? Shana Van Mouseling, no! It is way too dangerous! I must agree with Miss Bloom, Miss Van Mouseling. It's much too dangerous. Blue, Mayor, think about it. If I were to actually train to become a good monster catcher, not only could I train Nature Cat to not rampage in the village, but I could also help to protect Transylvania from other monsters too. Think about it, every pony. We're always living in fear of monsters invading the village all the time. What would it be like to not have to be afraid? To believe that we would all be okay. Do you really want to live in fear of monsters your whole lives? Well, I certainly don't. Please, Mayor. Please allow me to attempt the catcher's trial. I'm not sure. It would be very dangerous. I'm ready to face the danger. No, I'm willing to face the danger. Every night monsters come to fight. They condescend us all a fright. But what if we can make things right and send the darkness back to light? Give me a crossbow, sword, or shield, whatever I face, I will not yield. Shot it from here to Paris, France. Come on, just give me a chance. I know I could stand for good. I know I could fight for good. Give me a chance to prove I'm right and prove that he is really nice. And I believe together we can make things right. Every night, every night. I know I could stand for good. Maybe I could fight for good. Whether give me a chance to prove to the throng. Give me a chance to prove he's good. We'll bravely trek through the blackwood. All right, what's right and right what's wrong, 'cause isn't that right? Make things right, 'cause isn't that right? Every night, every night. Do my best, just wait and see. I'll make things right for you and me. You have to give Van Mouseling credit. She's determined. Yeah, I just hope that determination doesn't cost her her life. Yeah.
Shana Van Mouseling, are you sure you want to do this?
I'm certain of it, Sheriff.
And you're sure you can tame that crazy cat?
I'm certain of it. He just needs a little help getting through his new monstery instincts.
What do you think, Mayor? The decision's really up to you. As much as I really don't want to allow you to do this, you're determined, and you're probably not gonna let my word stop you from attempting the trial, so... All right, we'll do it. We'll allow you to take the catcher's trial.
Yes! Thank you, Mayor. You won't regret it.
I'm more worried about you regretting it, darling. All righty, Van Mouseling. You got your catcher's trial. Now, between now and sunset, I want you to take care of that cat and make sure he'll be tame by the time you actually become a monster catcher, or at least tame enough to deal with. I want you and your cat friend to meet the villagers, the mayor, and myself at the edge of the Black Forest at sundown. That's when we'll begin the trial.
Yes, sir, Sheriff. We'll be there.
All right, every pony. Let's saddle back up and head back for the village. There's none more to do here. You heard the sheriff. Move out, everybody.
I hope you do not get yourself hurt, Miss Van Mouseling. Yeah, be careful at the trial today. Don't worry, Huffy, Tuffy, and Scruffy. We'll be fine. He's friends, so I believe in you. Just be careful. I really hope you succeed in the catcher's trial, Shana, for both Nature Cat's sake and yours. Thank you, Blue. I'll see you tonight at sunset. See you tonight.
Well, I may not be an expert on the subject, but I might be able to help.
Uncle Strudel, you're okay! Where have you been? We have been so worried about you.
Oh, sorry I was late to the chickadee dance, but I was trapped in a castle with nothing to eat and not to drink in. The doctor tried to make me drink a growth potion, and I could see now what she initially decided to use it on. Yeah, me. I mean, I'm not complaining about being a giant or anything, but I got these monster instincts now, and they become a bit of a problem. Yeah, they would, wanting to chase everything in sight and roar and go fee-fi-fo-fum and everything. Fortunately, I might have a way to help both the kitty cat and you, Miss Van Mouseling.
How, Mr. Strudel?
Follow me into the village. I have something you will want to see. You too, mice.
Ooh, goody! A trip into the village. I wonder where he's taking us. Nature Cat, meet me outside the village in about 10 minutes. I won't be too long, I promise. I will become a monster catcher. And we will figure out what to do about your monster instincts. I won't let the villagers banish you to the Black Woods. You're going to be okay. I promise. You're my friend, and I'm going to take care of you. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad will happen to my friend.
Thanks, Shana. Now you better catch up. Go on now. Remember, I won't be long. Now go! Okay, I'm going. Good luck. Please get back soon. I may not know anybody that can help to teach you how to be a monster catcher. However, I can provide you with the next best thing. And what's that? The tools you will need to be a monster catcher. Come, follow me. Usually, I do not take the front door, but considering we have a pony, we won't have any need to worry about being squashed or stepped on or chased by, well, catsons? Yes, catsons. Follow me, Miss Van Mouseling. There is much you must learn. You heard that, Uncle Strudel. Let's go! I understand why this place doesn't look like much, but this used to be the home of Transylvania's last monster catcher. Ooh. My great-grandfather lived in the little mouse hole in this very house. He would watch the monster catcher work and capture monsters and save Transylvania many, many times. And over the years, he would pass those stories down to his son, and his son and he passed it on to his son. And it was a tradition that was passed on from father to son for many generations, until it was passed down to my brother and me. And now, Shana Van Mouseling, it is your turn to be the monster catcher. But how? I don't see any monster catching tools in here. Ah, you wait and see. There was a very interesting piece and part of the tales of the monster catcher that my great-great-grandfather said to only ever mention to whoever became the next monster catcher. Oh, what's happening? The wall is beginning to move. Wow! What is all this? It looks like a wall of weaponry. That's because it is a wall of weaponry. This all belonged to Transylvania's last monster catcher? Yeah. Every time there was a monster attack, this would be the wall of weapons, forged from the monster catcher himself. These very weapons he would use to hunt down and capture monsters that invaded Transylvania. And sometimes, rumor has it from my father, that the monster catcher even sometimes befriended monsters and sent them back on their way. Huh, like how I befriended Nature Cat. Yeah! You know, if things work out for you as a monster catcher and for Nature Cat, perhaps he could be your partner in catching not-so-friendly monsters. Huh, that's actually not a bad idea, Mr. Strudelmouse. So, you were saying? Ah, yes, of course, thank you. The monster catcher would use these very weapons to do his duty and protect the town. And he left these behind for a future monster catcher. What's happening now? Watch and see. Whew.
Are those? Yes, the robes of the monster catcher. Wow, I love the black and silver. I'm glad you do, because these will be your monster catcher robes now, so that everyone will know that you are Transylvania's monster catcher. Wow. Oh, and there's one more thing I must show you. Wow, that's a big book. Indeed. What's it called, Uncle Strudel? What is it called, Uncle Strudel? It is called the Sword of the Spirit. The Sword of the Spirit. This is a big monster catching manual. Well, I don't know about monster catching manual, but this book guided the monster catcher's every move. It was the guidelines for his entire life, and the monster catcher became very successful because of this Sword of the Spirit. This, my dear, will be your most sacred weapon. How? How does it work? Read inside it. You will see. This Sword of the Spirit has very wise words from the very one who created the planet and everyone on it. Guard this book with your life, Van Mouseling, for this will be your most sacred and most powerful weapon that you have. Really? Most powerful weapon out of all of these? Indeed. That's what my father said, and what my grandfather said, and what my great-grandfather said. Thank you, Strudel. You are very welcome. Now, you'd better get back to your Katzen. Yeah, and be ready for the trial. Yeah. Good luck out there, monster catcher. Thank you, Huffy, Tuffy, and Scruffy, and thank you, Strudel Mouse. You're very welcome. I wish you luck. We shall meet you in the Black Woods. And I'll meet you there. Oh, can't forget these. Nature Cat? Nature Cat? Nature Cat, where are you? I'm here. Boo! Ah! Oh my goodness. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Sure you couldn't. Hey, I like the cloak and the hat. Thanks. These actually belong to the town's last monster catcher. Wow, so you've got a century-year-old cloak and hat on? Yeah. Don't they look good, though? Yes. They look beautiful on you. Thanks. Okay, so how are we going to train you to be a monster catcher? Actually, I thought that first we should work out those monster instincts of yours. Really? Well, yeah. I can't very well dub you a friendly monster if we don't keep those monster instincts in check. How are we going to get rid of these instincts? I mean, I feel like they've been a part of me my whole life, and I've only been a giant for like a few hours. I never said we'd get rid of the instincts. I said we'd route them into something that could be used as a force for good. That's different. Different how? Let me put it this way, my friend. There is a very fine line between the kind of crazy people that actually bring light into the world and the kind of crazy people that bring darkness into the world. And that fine line consists mainly of self-boundaries, being able to boundary oneself from going too crazy or too overboard. We've got to do the same with your monster instincts. The problem isn't getting rid of them. It's learning how to self-boundary yourself and learn how to use those monster instincts to better the world instead of scaring everybody and stomping around all over the place. You get me?
I think so.
Good. I haven't thought of that. I wonder if it says anything about it in one of my monster catcher guidebooks. Hold on. No. 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 There's not a single thing about dealing with friendly monsters' instincts or how to use them for better purposes. Only about catching the monsters with those instincts. Now what? I don't know. I don't know. What's that? It's called the Sword of the Spirit. Strudelmouse said that as a monster catcher, it would be my most sacred and most powerful weapon at my disposal. Maybe the Sword of the Spirit will have something on what to do about monster instincts.
You really think that book can help us? I've looked through every other monster catcher's book. If this book doesn't have anything on learning how to deal with monster instincts, I don't know what's gonna. Okay, the book opened on its own. Nothing to worry about. The pages are flipping on their own, too.
Huh? What's this?
You don't think the book has a mind of its own, do you?
I don't know, but somebody wants me to read something on this page. Let's look.